Well, April is Fair Housing Month, when there is really a focus on trying to make home ownership more accessible. So it's really a good time to take a look at the Western New York housing market. Zillow says home values in Erie County are up about 5% over a year ago. Meantime, the median sale price is at $245,000. One bit of tough news, though, is that mortgage rates have been on the upswing over the past week. You can see the volatility going back to the beginning of March. Now, this is a look nationwide. Economists are blaming tariffs and all the market uncertainty. We saw the biggest one-week increase in mortgage rates in nearly a year, ending yesterday. Meantime, on the flip side, if you're looking to buy a house, at least there is more to choose from. That brand new report from Zillow shows that sellers put 375,000 homes on the market in March, and buyers only snagged up 265,000 of them. That pushed the total inventory up to 1.15 million homes across the country. It's almost 20% higher than last year. That is more houses for sale in the month of March than any since the pandemic in 2020. Stephen Mendelsohn is Vice President at KeyBank. He is the home lending leader in this region, and it's great to have you on to talk about this. I shared there sort of the positive about the national housing market for buyers and the negative. What about Western New York? What should we know about how things are looking here right now?
Certainly on the uptick, we're seeing more listings in the market, which is creating a more competitive landscape for first-time home buyers. It's certainly needed. A lot of coaching, right, that goes through the process of talking with first-time home buyers. As you had stated earlier, it's April is our big month for fair housing. So we're providing the roadmap for home ownership for first-time home buyers, right? And everyone has a different story, and KeyBank's listening to those stories. And we want to make that dream of buying a home reality. So it's nice to see the uptick in listings. We're certainly seeing, again, a more competitive landscape. Offers that are now being presented, I think first-time home buyers have a true shot at obtaining home ownership. So we're going to continue to go down this path. We're seeing an uptick in pre-qualifications, and we're also seeing folks that went to the sidelines about 6 to 8 months ago. They're re-engaging with us again. So we're starting to see this perfect kind of recipe for what the housing market should look like.
I mentioned mortgage rates there because that's obviously a big factor for folks, right? Your mortgage rate goes up just a little bit. Over the long term, it costs you a lot more money. Where do you see mortgage rates going, and how much does that factor into people's decisions right now?
Clearly factors in the decision. I think when you take a look at 30 years, right, average on what rates have done, I think we're right where we need to be. I would also say this: I think the Federal Reserve has made some clear intentions on lowering rates this year. We hope to see at least a couple rates, rate drops within the next 6 to 8 months, or hopefully sooner than that. So I think when that happens, I think it'll again drive more folks off the sidelines into the market.
Each year, KeyBank does a survey of folks, right, to get some insight into how they're feeling. What have you learned based on that as to where people are right now?
I think consumer confidence is going in the right direction. Clearly, we've had our struggles along the way, but what we're seeing now is clearly having as many buyers, hopefully, as listings in the market. And really our focus is on those first-time home buyers, right? We really want to help them achieve the American dream. And I think we're doing a great job with that. I mean, we have a number of programs at KeyBank to help facilitate that process. And again, we're going to stay true to the mission.
Finally, for the person who's watching right now who hopes to be one of those first-time home buyers, what kind of homework do you do, right? Obviously, you want to shop around, you want to find the best rates, but what else can you do to get into the market? I
would say first and foremost, sit down with a trained loan officer, right?
People who know what they're talking about.
People that know what they're talking about, right? They're going to provide that roadmap, as I talk about often. I think at that point, we can carve out a program that's just right for you. There's many to choose from in our market, and I'm confident that we can again make home ownership possible.
Stephen Mendelsohn, is Vice President with KeyBank, leads the lending here in Western New York. Thanks so much. It's good
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.